landscape. So I'm just standing in at Malvern Public Gardens here. Here's a little bit of sign about everything that's going on. I wanted to show you the Moreton Bay fig trees and a couple of things here. Then I'm going to take you on a walk up Glenferrie Road, Malvern, have a little bit of a look at High Street, Armadale. It's one of our very nice areas here. We do have a school ahead of me, which is a little noisy. So I'm just going to quickly read this sign to you and then we'll get going. The city of Stonington is situated on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri, Woi, Wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the East Kulin nations, and we pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging. We extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. We acknowledge their living connection to country, relationship with the land and all living things extending back tens of thousands of years. Malvern Public Gardens was originally the site of a natural spring once used by the people of the East Kulin nations. Later it supplied the developing settlements with water and in the early 1870s was used as a public recreation space. Malvern Shire Council approached renowned gardener Thomas Pocket to convert the reserve into the municipality's first public garden in 1888. Pocket spent 20 years transforming the gardens, laying out the curved paths and flower beds and planting a diverse collection of native and exotic trees and displaying his prize-winning chrysanthemums. The ornamental pond includes artistic grotto work by local resident Charles Robinette, featuring a stone fountain and stuccoed artificial rockway, which I will be taking you to in a minute. Malvern Public Gardens is recognised on the Victorian Heritage Register and is of historical, social, aesthetic and scientific significance to the city of Stonington. So there you go. That is all the hello. So this is just a quick look at the park. We're going to go and have a look at this water here. It's got a really nice fountain. And I do want to show you some of these Moreton Bay fig trees, which are the preferred food of all of the fruit bats we have in the area. So the fruit bats will come through here every night and eat all of the trees. So I'll just do a quick scroll here of the different trees we have. I'm going to show you a couple of them, but we're only starting here for the first 5-10 minutes and then we're going elsewhere. I just wanted to show you some of this beauty here. So we have kangaroo over here. Hello, Nevaeh. I know it's start of spring too, thankfully. So we have the good weather and it has put on a sunny day for us today. So I'll give you a quick scroll and then we're going to start walking. So this is one of our nicer areas. We're within 5 kilometres of the city centre here in Malvern. I did used to own a house in this area a while ago and I haven't really explored here for a long time. So I thought it'd be a good idea to come down and start here. It's one of my favourite parks. So here you go. This is a dragon bloodwood. Blood when they get really, really big. Essential oils and resins. It smells absolutely divine. It's incredibly expensive. So there we go. Now I do apologise if I don't see anyone coming into the chat or anything like that because it is a little sunny here and sometimes I don't see it with the glare. But this is one of my absolute favourite parks in Melbourne. I know, right? Hello, Pug! The pug hole has arrived. Okay, I'm just going to show you this Moreton Bay fig tree here while trying to avoid all of the kids on their break. So all this orange we have is one of our local, it's what they call a ginger lily, which are all in flower at the moment. And this is a Moreton Bay fig tree, which I think have the best trunks ever. So look at this beauty. And this will grow figs, which all of the fruit bats will come and eat on their nightly path. But I just love them. Hello, Roke Love. Welcome. I hope you are well and that everything is good in Argentina. Oh, there we go. We've just had a crow pop into the picture. Nice. So there you go. That's the ginger lilies. And I'm going to get us away from the kiddies because it's noisy. And this is like one of my absolute favourite parks in Melbourne. I've been trying to come here for the last week, but the weather hasn't been great. So we've got a really nice area up ahead that's got a hello Beat, really good to see you. I hope you are well. It has a really nice water feature. It's got ducks, all that sort of stuff. So this is one of the really old parks here with really well established trees. I'll just show you this beautiful thing over here first. I'm so glad I finally managed to get this in landscape too. Nothing's worse than doing a stream when you're trying to show people nature in portrait. So here we go. This little delight's in flower at the moment. How's that? I know it's 20 degrees today and we've just come out of winter, so it is going to turn a bit rainy later on. So I thought I would try to seize the moment. I'm hoping it doesn't get too windy, but please do let me know if the wind becomes an issue. And I am going to take us on a walk down. Hello Kalag love, good to see you again. I was just saying hello to Kalag minutes ago. So here we go. That'll be the sound that it's time to go back to class. So here we go. And you can probably see where my love of nature came from. This is the city I grew up in. I did own a house not too far from here, and I used to come to this. I can't type. As soon as anyone goes live, my ability to type goes out the window. It's like quite uncanny. So I completely understand. I completely understand. It's like that part of my brain just goes, you know what? You're dealing with enough. Typing is going. So here we go. We're going to have a look in here. There's a really nice... I did mention before the name of the artist that did the fountain when I was reading the sign before. I think it was something Robinette. But I have spent many an hour sitting in this little place here. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you soak up a bit of the water and atmosphere. And I'll see if I can find the ducks. It's a really nice place here, and I am a sucker for a good reflection on water, as a lot of you will know. And this is certainly providing for us. So it is nicer on the other side, so I'll just have a quick walk around there as well. Show you a couple of other cool plants before we start heading into the shopping area. It's a lot of Art Deco architecture in this area. We're just, this is High Street, and just ahead is High Street Armadale, which is one of our very upmarket areas that used to have a lot of all your antique shops and everything like that, which a lot of them have kind of disappeared, which I think is happening on a global level, that all of the antiques and collectibles are just dying. So that area is completely changed. I do. Oh, pardon me. Wherever possible, give me a good puddle and I've got the camera out. It's pretty much the truth of it. So I'll take you around the other side because we'll have better light on the fountain. But it is an absolute stunning little oasis here. And this is why I love Melbourne so much, because we have these parks everywhere. And obviously nicer areas will have nicer parks, but it's pretty much the same deal. Okay, so make sure I'm completely zoomed out. I am. Okay. I should frame more of my pictures than I do. I'm the same with all my artwork. It's all sitting in the cupboard. It's not on my walls. So I think it's something we will... Oh, they're playing Flatboy Slam. That's grouse. We're together from the bad times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. There we go. Background provided by someone else. So here's a swamp cypress, which is pretty impressive. I'll give you a look at this. As much as possible beat, it has its challenges. I think everywhere does. And it can be adjustment going from living on one's own for a long time to living with other people. Which is partly one of the reasons I haven't been streaming so much. But we will get there. It's a phases of life thing. So I'm looking after someone that's going to need me a lot in coming years. So I am where I need to be, but it has its challenges. So here we go, some more funky natives. Yeah, it takes a while. Thank you. There's the proteas. Okay, and I'll just take you in here again on this side and show you the other side of the little water area. And then we're going to walk up towards Melbourne Town Hall, show you some really nice artwork there, and we're going to do a walk up Glenferrie Road, Malvern. So here we go. There were ducks here before, I did see them, but they're probably hiding somewhere. A bit more of a shot of the fountain. And look, part of the reason I do all of this is that we need a moment to catch our breath sometimes. Sometimes that's through music, sometimes it's through nature. And I find as I'm getting older and the way the modern world's going, I need these moments more than I used to. So I'm always on the lookout for a park. I'm often just parking for 5-10 minutes, having a quick explore, getting back on with my day. And I just find it helps. Everything gets a little bit easier. And nature always gives us something really beautiful to look at. In the way of, in the words of Van Gogh, if someone truly loves nature, they will find beauty everywhere. And I just find it fascinating. Thank you so much for coming, Roke. I hope you have a really, really good day and a good sleep. We've just had some little rosellas go overhead there, so we'll see what else we can find for you. I hope you get a very good sleep. So here we go. Good look at this one. These make really, really, really good. Hello, good to see you. Sabara, okay. I've just worked out that you've changed your channel name. Hello, welcome. Really good to see you. Really good to see you. I hope everything is good in Indonesia. We've got people from all over the place here at the moment. We've got Australia, the Philippines, Indonesia, America. I thought it was you. Okay. I will try to mod you up afterwards. I'm sorry, I did a massive unmod recently and I need to do it again, but I'm only very slowly getting back into all of my streaming. So very good to see you all. I hope you are well. Okay, So I'm just going to give you one last look at the fountain while I get myself ready to open the gate. Okay. So this is the Malvern Public Gardens we're in at the moment, and we're about to head up to Glenferrie Road. There we go. Got the gate. Gets a bit shaky when I'm one-handed, I do apologise. Oh really? Oh, that's really scary. That's really scary. So have you had to evacuate out of there, and are you safe? Because I know these natural disasters recently have been so hard, and a lot of us have seen things we never thought we'd see. And I think a lot of that doesn't really matter where in the world you are. We've all experienced floods, fires, earthquakes, all this sort of stuff, a lot more than we used to. So let me just give you one last look at the park before we head on up the street. There's a really impressive, hello Magda love! There you go, wildfires in Portugal as well. They are everywhere. And I know there's been a lot burning very close to Pug at the moment, which I don't think are out yet. So, and I think the last I saw there, they'd burnt through 32,000 acres, which is a huge amount of space. I know the world's on fire. It really is. Okay, so here's our last tree. So this is a Canary Island pine. There's a look at that trunk. I mean, it's just exceptional. There is a mountain of different types of pine trees in here. I do love my pines, and there's a lot of them in got their cones out at the moment. Hello, how are you, Mason? Really good to see you. Welcome, welcome. You are coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. There we go, a little bit of sunlight through the trees. So, here we go. So, exiting the park, there are trams that go up and down the streets here. And I do apologise, it is getting a little windy. So if it does get too windy, let me know and we'll leave it there, because it's not fun when it's so windy. So this is High Street. For all of you that think we drive on the wrong side, we don't. Oh really? That's really cool. I'd love to see that. It'd be really cool. Okay, now I can see the road's closed ahead of me, which means I have to close across the road. I'm due for another Tassie trip, actually. There's a tram coming, everyone, so I'm just going to stand here for a second and let you enjoy the tram. So here we go. We have a really good tram network in Melbourne. Here it comes. And there's always a car first. This will be heading down to Camberwell. So there you go, that's one of our double trams. So we have trams, trains and buses in Melbourne. And they make for a very good public transport network. So it is getting a little expensive. So let me get myself across the road safely first. And then I will be back with you. Okay, we've got another tram coming the other way too. So I'll get this one when it comes a bit closer. I'm also walking past one of the tram depots when we get up to where we're going, so you should be able to get a bit of a tram dose. Okay, let's get the tram coming up the hill. There's always a car. Every time. Oh gosh, sorry everyone. I'm having a real hard time getting this Zoom to work properly. So there we go. There's another one of our trams. So that one will be heading into the city. A good chunk of our main city area is a free tram network, so people can jump on and off the trams without having to buy a My Key. Yeah, this has got some really nice trees in this area, and a lot of the streets here have all the trees where they meet down the middle, so you get this beautiful little dappled shade avenues. So this is one of our Catholic schools just off to my left, but I'm going to ignore them. So this is what some of our tram stops look like, particularly if they're outdoor ones. You'll always have a little shaded area. Thank you. And that white tower we see up ahead with the clock is the town hall, which is where we're headed at the moment. There you go, there's our little tram stops. And a bit of gratuitous sun. Just past me. Unfortunately, they have all come to the end of their life, Nevaeh. Normally they don't live past about 3-4 years, and most of mine got to about 7-8 years. So unfortunately I lost my last one just before I moved out, and hello Rich Love, welcome. Fun. Hopefully we won't get too many cars getting in front of it. So this looks a slightly newer one than the one that came past just before. Oh, it happens, but I've learned that as long as they have a good life, that's what matters. And you know this, I'm sure you've got fish that have lasted longer than their natural life. My last cat made it to 20. So I think that's all just part of it. So I'm about 5 kilometres from the city at the moment. That tram is going exactly there. So that tram will be heading into Swanston Street, near the State Library. I will try to be in there in the next couple of days and do some more streaming. There's a massive protest going on in there today, so I opted not to take us to the city today, but I will. I'll do some more walks around the city. I'll take us to the Botanic Gardens. I'll do some more street art walks. I'll try to do, our walkarounds and stuff like that where I find stuff. There you go, so you get it. So this is a paper bark just here, which is my absolute favourite of the Aussie trees. Particularly the way that they shed to protect themselves. So let me just read your comments for a second. There you go. I do know the show you are talking about. I can't say I've watched it though. So there we go. There's our lovely paper barks. I'm just a paper bark. It's no skin off my trunk. That's why we were all joking during lockdown that we didn't need toilet paper because we had paper bark. Because as you can see, the layers just peel off it. So it's a really interesting tree. Thank you. So we're just heading up towards the town hall, which is the white building you'll see up ahead. We've got the public library over here. I might see if I can cross back to the other side of the road again. Then we're past the roadworks. There's another little park here as well. So Victoria, the state I'm in, is known as the Garden State, and there are literally parks everywhere. Geelong, I know, or Geelong as Pug calls it, which he says is a joke. Yes, I did a stream from Geelong recently. It's highly likely I'll be back there soon enough. Here's some more Australian natives. So were you there yourself? Oh, I understand, Pug. Hello, Paul. Really good to see you. I understand. Work is most important. And with this sort of stuff, it's impromptu. So you'll recognise this. I'm just near the corner of Glenferrie Road on High Street. So, yeah, here you go. Geelong is what Pug calls it. So Geelong I know well. So Paul, Train Simulator Driver, if you don't have him already, please scoop up his channel. If someone can share the link, would be great. Is also in Melbourne like me and has a really cool channel. I enjoy my Sunday morning chills there, which is probably Saturday nights for a lot of yourselves. Yeah, I'm partial to a good lurk. And we've had some rather cruddy weather recently. We've also got a heap of the all the blossoms out here as well, so I'll try to show you a few of them before we go. And this is another one of the things. Thank you so much, Rich, I really appreciate it. You'll find all around Melbourne is not only will you find parks, but you'll have ovals like this everywhere too. So this will be used by local sports clubs that can come and use them. They'll probably have a cricket team, a football team, etc., etc. And a lot of the time, it's a really good area to run dogs and stuff like that. So there we go. We've got someone doing push-ups over there. Got dogs. There'll be batting cages, little stadiums, stuff like that. So these are everywhere. And I think this is one of the reasons I love nature so much, is I was shaped by this. I grew up just next to the Yarra River in Kew. There we go, we've got someone asleep. Welcome to Melbourne. Yeah, I know, right? That happens a lot. Oh, look at the birds. All the pigeons are out. Or turtle doves, if you want to make them sound better. So I'm going to take us down the back here, and then we'll come around. Actually, no, I want to show you these cherry blossoms first. I know, right? Why not? And a lot of these will have public toilets and stuff like that around. So over here you can see a lot of the cherry blossoms. Let's see if I can get you a bit of a close-up. There we go. So we've got all our blossoms out, and there's a lot of them in this area, so I'm expecting we'll be walking past heaps of these. Now I do have, just on the streaming side of things, a few new things I need to get sorted out. I have a gimbal, which will make all of this a lot easier. I also have a good Rode microphone with a windsock on it, which I will use a lot more when I get this all set up a bit better. Queen Fairy Potato. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Or the local beat, depending on where you are. So a lot of us have learnt not to frequent them at night. Exactly. And they have ones now that lock after you, and you get a certain amount of time in them. And you always are like, oh my God, these are revolting. But when you need, you need. And So we end up doing that. Here's exactly what I'm talking about. So here's some of the little toilets here. I'll open the door for you. I'll show you what I mean. I won't go inside. So where they used to be, exactly as Paul was saying, they've now become like this. I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? So you'll have a button to open them. There you go. And it'll lock behind you and stuff and play music at you, but you wouldn't want to touch anything. So, but they get cleaned every day. So we've got a lot of these all over the place. A lot of the public toilets became that. And all of the plants you'll see around here, well, the bulk of them will be natives. So they will have been planted to, they lock. So when you get inside, there's a button and it locks for 3 minutes and you can unlock it as well. Trees! You can unlock them if you need to as well. So you're secure in there, and they all have changing tables for babies and stuff like that. So there we go. There's some lovely blossoms. Okay, I'm just going to take a second here, get myself ready for the next bit. So we're about to hit the corner of Glenferrie Road and High Street. We're heading up Glenferrie Road. There are some really nice statues here. There's a place that used to be called Giorgio's, which I don't think's there anymore. And this is a really nice town hall, this one. So this is a lot of our old Art Deco architecture as well. And I would have been showing you yesterday in the stream all of the local bluestone that we quarry. And all the streets here are all lined with bluestone. So this is what I mean. You will see it everywhere. The bottom of this building is all bluestone, all the details and stuff. So that looks like it's just painted. Yeah, that is bluestone. Okay. So, and I'll just give you a quick, where did I miss the comment there? Yeah, correct. Carers can take people in, and they're really smart. Particularly because, you know, a lot of it for safety, and a lot of it was people would hang out in toilets doing not great stuff, you know. So it gave everyone an ability to protect themselves. Hello, how are you? Adjust your focus. Really good to see you. I hope your toe is doing better. So for any of you that have just joined us, we're in Malvern, in Melbourne, Australia. It's a lovely sunny day. This is the Malvern Town Hall just next to me, which I'll show you the front of. Correct. Well, I think it's all become, what is it? Oh yeah, Giorgio's is still called Giorgio's. There we go. There is a really cool Minotaur statue out the front though, which I'm going to take us to have a look at. Unless they've of course pulled it down since I was here last. Oh my god, where's the statue? I think the statue's gone. See, there you go, everything changes. So this is where we are now. We're just having a quick look at Malvern Town Hall. There you go, all the guff you don't need to know. Bit of sun up here. But I will take us down and see. Oh, there's this, no, I can see the statue, sorry. I was having a moment. I'll take you and show you the statue, and then we'll go for a walk up, yeah, and it's Malvern, by the way, not Melbourne. See, Malvern, Malvern. But yes, I'm sure it's happened before. So here we go. This is the nice building we were just looking from the other side. So this is the town hall. I will show you from the other side of the road. It will be a lot easier to see. But everything gets lost in translation with the Australian accent, I'm finding. So let's cross with the lights here. That sound all our traffic lights make. And I discovered recently from watching an interview that was just one of the sounds that was sampled in Bad Guy by Billie Eilish when she was here. They took a sample of our traffic lights like this. There you go. That's the main sample that was used in Bad Guy. Here's the statues I was talking about. So we've got a Minotaur. Yeah, it's a full moon today. So let me just let you enjoy these in full for a second before I go and have a closer look. And I was thinking about these earlier, that I need to come and yes, exactly, that's exactly what it's for. And we developed that here. So they all came in back when I was at school in the 80s. So we've had them here for a while. So here's our Minotaur. I think the other one's Helios, but I could be wrong. I know, right? So let's read you this. Okay, so this is The Sun and the Moon by Paul Jurassic. The sculpture was unveiled in 1989. There you go, and I was living just up the road at the time, so I do remember this. The Minotaur, and the other one is Apollo, the sun god, and Diana, the huntress, god of the moon. So there you go. I'll show you this one from this side as well. And I've been watching quite an interesting show on Greek mythology that's just had the Minotaur in it. And this one's got a really cool, I have to show you its tail because this is my favourite part. Okay, so we've got this beautiful Minotaur and look at its tail. How cool is that? One would call that an impressive arse, I suppose. There you go. There's the back of the Minotaur. And this is Apollo over here, which is definitely in the better lighting of the moment. Yeah, so we have a lot of huge amount of public art like this. It's something we really go out of our way to preserve. I know, wasn't that a good tale? Look at his face though, how good's that? So there we go, and then we have Apollo. The T-pose, yes, we call it that in Pilates as well. Oh really? I know. And everyone's got so stupid with the political correctness. Okay, let me show you the back end of this one as well, which is really cool. So I'm just making sure I do not film any kitties. So there we go. This one too has an impressive arse. There we go. Yes, I refuse to use a lot of the words and terminology the Australians do. You'll never hear me saying certain words. That was a funny clip, wasn't it? Okay, so let me really quickly show you down here. So this part here is High Street Armadale. Now this is one of our nice areas. It's very expensive. It used to be, as I was saying before, full of all of the antique dealers and everything like that. And it's completely changed now. So not a lot will be as it was. So I'm just going to see if there's any trams. Here we go. We've got another tram coming. So let's get us some more gratuitous tram footage. Yeah, posh, exactly. Okay, so here we go. Here's some more gratuitous tram porn. Oh yeah. I love that bell. The school I went to, we had an old W class tram there that we could all play on. And the best thing was going to ring the bell. We all liked that. And swinging from the monkey bars. Okay, so this is a rare moment. We've got a double tram cross. Boom. So here we go. Let's wait for this one as well. What's better than one tram? Two trams. And a third. So we are going to walk past the Tram Depot as well. I know, right? We are going to walk past the Tram Depot. But I will show you from the corner here, just the town hall on the other side. And I mean, look at this roof. Yeah, that's the stuff I love. And that, like the windows, are just beautiful. So a lot of the old Art Deco details are still here. So there we go, that's the town hall we were looking at before. Now the reason that tram turned is it was going to the depot around the corner, which we're about to walk past. Yeah, not a trolley. Trolley car. It's a tram, and if it's really long, it's a light rail. It's pretty much how that goes. So we'll see what this tram's going to do. Then we are going to head down Glenferrie Road. So no, we won't. We're going to keep walking. And dodge the post. Nothing to see here. Yeah, and if it's really, really, really long... Oh, here we go. Here's another one. So they're the older style trams, those ones. Whereas this one here is one of the newer style trams. Which is going to take off shortly. And when I do go into the city, to the State Library and stuff, like Magda was asking me before, I'll jump on and off the tram a few times for you as well, and they're quite groovy. So this is Glenferrie Road here. There's our tram. So we were just down here at the park, and the statues are just off to our side. So here we go. This is Glenferrie Road, Malvern. This is all that bluestone I was telling you about that they have everywhere. Okay, I'll just let you have a bit of a look. The tram stuff. I need to stop in a second and have a bit of a vape myself. So I'm going to walk up to the Tram Depot, and I think that'll be a nice place. See all this cornice detail, this is some of the stuff I love. Like, this has all been maintained. And they're all works of art, you know, they would have been put in long ago. And I just love the fact that we maintain a lot of that stuff. Yeah, the dings make me happy. There we go. Oh, sorry, that was a little skewy. I'm trying to dodge people at the same time, by the way. This is one of my favourite shops. I'm sure, Paul, you've spent a bit of time in here, and I can tell you more about that down the line. I know I certainly have. I've spent a lot of money in that store over the years. There you go. I'll remind me to tell you about that when I see you, and we'll talk about herns. Hello, Jenny. Really good to see you. Really good to see you. So welcome. This is Glenferrie Road, Malvern here. We're just going to go for a bit of a walk here. Behind us is the town hall, and we've got another tram coming, so we might as well stand here for a minute. Oh, there you go. We used to live on Alma Road, and I used to own a house not too far from where Cabrini is. There you go, 2 trams. Some like my laugh, some not so much. And it's one of those things you can't help in life, your laugh. So the way I look at it, if you don't like my laugh, there's not really anything I can do about it. So, Let's get this tram. Yeah, it's got a bit that way too. We all used to know our neighbours and stuff, and now we're lucky if we talk to them. Hello, Harvinder, really good to see you. There you go, some more trammage. And there's more of that bluestone I was showing you yesterday that I absolutely love. So all of our side streets and stuff will be, all the laneways have the bluestone, and they used a lot of it in this area. And you see we're all, I know, right? We could go knock on the door and find out. And it's good to see. This is one of the things that's quite assuring. Hello, Brian. Really good to see you. I hope everything is good in Illinois. Hello, hello. We're on Glenferrie Road, Malvern at the moment. We're having a bit of a wander. I thought all American numbers started with 555. But sorry, what I was saying before is one of the things I like is the fact that I haven't been here for quite a long time, and a lot of the old stores are still here, which doesn't happen in a lot of areas. Most of the time they get, you know, swallowed up by the McDonald's and the everything else. There you go. We're not too far from the Tram Depot. Hopefully we'll see a bit of interesting stuff there. Oh, the shop still makes me want to vomit. Okay. That is okay. We understand exactly what you're saying, love. So there we go. For all you Americans, we even get subways everywhere. So the Salvos is one of our big sort of op shops, which you'd call a thrift store over there. So we get them all over the place. Oh, it's Victoria Hotel. Oh, there we go. So that's where we drop in for a pub and Palmer, hey? Because all of the cheap steak nights have gone. I can tell you that that restaurant there, the Indian restaurant, Moti Mahal, is divine. I have eaten there many a time. I'm not a Subway fan either, by the way, at all. It's slightly dressed up fast food. Got a bit too much reflection there. There you go. And that's part of the problem. It's all GMO. And their bread is full of sugar. It's just... ugh. Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it. That's exactly right. Okay, so we have reached the Tram Depot. Okay, and I love the building. So that's all of the red and the yellow that we also quarry here. So you'll see a huge amount of our buildings have this beautiful red and yellow stonework, and a mix of that and the blue stone. So, oh really? That would have been really interesting. It used to be really cool when you lived around here because you could always get the trams after all the other ones had ended because they were heading back to the depot. So you'd be able to grab a tram to here and then walk the rest of the way. So there we go. So Met card was the first card that came in before my keys. So, oh really? That's really cool. Yeah, they've turned up here too. Oh, I'd definitely like to get to the Taj Mahal. That's definitely on my list. So we've hit about 50 minutes. I'm probably not going to go too much longer than an hour, but I did want to just do a bit of a walk around. So I will show you a little bit more of Glenferrie Road because we're coming into the slightly nicer bit. Here's some pigeons because, you know, why not? Hey babies, was that a good meal? Did you leave a tip for the waiter? No. Yeah, we've got I think it's about 12 o'clock here, and it's a harvest full moon tonight, and it's going to be visible here during the day as well. So I may try and do a short quick stream later on if I can, you know, if it's not overcast and I can actually see. But we've got so yeah, it's a harvest super moon tonight. That's a beautiful dog. Correct. When I went down to Phillip Island recently, I was eating my fish and chips, and I had a seagull, like there was a whole heap of them around us, and one of them got really bolshy, and it jumped on my head, reached over the front of my face and stole a bit of flake out of my hand. I was not very impressed, but part of me was also rather impressed by their effort. So it happens a lot. I've also had seagulls steal the ham out of the sandwich I was trying to eat. Paul, I'm sure you've had many a near food miss with the seagulls. Whereas that's what we have an issue with, whereas in Sydney it's ibises. So they're generally not visible here either. Aka daka. Yes. So let's see what's coming. So this is kind of what I mean down here, where the trees start to meet in the middle, but it's more one-sided. Yes, bin chicken indeed. So what I might do is I might actually take you down one of the streets that's here that's just like that to show you what I mean. So Coles is one of our main supermarkets that price gouge us all within an inch of our life at the moment. We run an absolute duopoly here. The other is Woolworths, and it's now, we've had Aldi come in recently, who've now taken about 35% of the market, which I actually think they deserve because everyone else is assholes. It's got real bad. But I won't talk too much about that live. That's a don't get me started thing. So there we go. So I am now going to take you down here and show you what sort of the more slightly suburban areas like while we head back to the car, which of course is back at the park. And it is a nice area. You'll see there's little cafes everywhere. There's, you know, lots of cool stuff going on. Lots of these sort of hole in the wall scenarios. Okay. A lot of our councils will have toy libraries and stuff like that, so kids can come and borrow toys. Yeah, we've all done that before. Yeah, I know. I know, right? I know exactly what you mean. So there we go, little pop-up park. Okay, but there's some more of the fig trees here. Here we go. They're not super established. Yeah, I am. I'm an old fart. This year is called Fuck It, I'm 50. Gum nuts, that's May Gibbs. So I did a short a couple of days ago about the May Gibbs ferry, which all the ferries in Sydney have been named after our famous authors and artists and stuff. So that's May Gibbs. I know, right? It's all a state of mind. You're related to May. Oh my God, you've just made my day. I have so much May Gibbs stuff at home. I love May Gibbs. Okay, so let's talk about that more down the line too. Oh my gosh. There you go. I met Ruth Park because we had one of her relatives in our class at school, and she came in and gave a talk for us when we were playing beady bow. I know, right? I understand exactly how it goes. Well, Paul, like me, used to live in this area, so I'm sure you're thinking to yourself like I am, I've driven down here 1,000 times. Nothing's changed. See, look how beautiful is that house. This is why I love this area. It's got really nice old architecture. This is a very, very nice area. So different areas of Melbourne will look different. Here's what I was saying before with the laneways. They're all bluestone. So let's follow the bluestone laneway. Follow the bluestone road, follow the bluestone road, follow the bluestone road. I know, right? And Melbourne's like this. You call them alleyways, we call them laneways. Everywhere. Thank you. Oh my God, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, so that's our bluestone here. And all of our laneways are like this. They'll all have the bluestone down them. We'll take this one down here. So it's good for a lot of the people that live in these areas because they'll have little car parks and stuff that'll come down the back. Yep. So all of our lanes and the whole Melbourne city's like this. We've got all these little laneways down the back everywhere. Particularly a lot of the older areas. They're really cool. And I will always choose to walk down a laneway over a street. There's something about them. So, we're on a road with Violet, back to the car. In a lane with Violet, on the bluestone. I hope you've all had some fun with me today. As we walk around Melbourne, wearing a bluestone laneway with Violet. She's singing silly songs just for us. Sometimes they work out quite well, sometimes not. You never know in this world, Okay, extra points to anyone that can tell me what tune I was singing then. See, during the day, yes. At night, you couldn't pay me to come down here. So, and this is what childhood was all about for me, exploring laneways. My mental map of Melbourne is mostly full of all lanes. You too, love. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not going to be live for much longer anyway. Really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good day. Bye. So just in case you missed that before, if any of you do love your trains, which I do, make sure you get Paul's channel, Train Simulator Driver. He also works on Puffing Billy, which is one of our old steam trains here, which I'm a major fan of. Really cool guy, really nice stream. So often in the stream he's playing different train games, which I really enjoy. So for someone that's not necessarily a player of them, it's a really nice crowd. I actually really enjoy it. So I do recommend you scoop him up, as they say. So here's a heap more of our beautiful blossoms here. I can actually see all the blossom in the air, which means unfortunately my hay fever is going to be going off later. My pleasure, Nevaeh. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And I'm really glad you all came to join me today, because the way I look at it is, you know, I could be doing this on my own, or I could be enjoying it with yourselves, and you're all going to see stuff that you won't necessarily see at home. So, hello, really good to see you, Michael. I hope you are well. Hello. So we are just finishing up a little stream. We're walking back towards where I started, and it is starting to get a bit windy, so we show you at least some of the nice gardens down here. It's one of the things I do like about walking on in Melbourne, is that you always find interesting stuff. There's always, you know, be it jasmine in flower, or, you know, a cool tree, or whatever it is, there's always something interesting to see. You too, Mason. Really good to see you. Really good to see you. Yeah, there's the wind picking up again. So what I might do on that note, everyone, and I do apologise to disappear just as you arrive, Michael, as well, but I might leave us here because I can tell it's just going to start getting windier and windier, which I was kind of hoping to get this done before that happened. So on that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute delight, and I'll either be back a little bit later for some of the I'll need to remod everyone up. I find it really hard to do it when I'm streaming. Give me a second. It's really hard to mod people up when you're actually doing a stream on your phone. There you go. Okay, done. And there's a few people I've missed as well that nice, excellent. That's really good. So on that note, I'll leave you on the bottle brush, because, you know, that's quintessentially Aussies. I will do more like this. I enjoy doing this sort of stream a lot, and now that I've worked out how to do it in landscape, I think YouTube changed everything on us. So here we go. Thank you for joining me here today. The wind has other ideas, so it's goodbye. I hope you've all had some fun and some calm. See you all next time.